Can a limited liability company have a chief executive officer or president? The answer is yes, and understanding how titles work in an LLC can significantly impact your business credibility, legal clarity, and professional relationships. A limited liability company, commonly known as an LLC, is a popular business structure for small business owners that offers flexibility in management and organization. Unlike corporations, LLCs are not legally required to appoint a board of directors or use specific executive titles. This flexibility is one of the LLC's greatest advantages, but it can also create confusion when deciding what to call yourself or other members of your organization. LLCs can absolutely designate members as CEO, president, or other executive titles. While not legally required, these titles serve important purposes. They clarify who holds executive decision-making power, especially in manager-managed LLCs. For single-member LLCs, using a title like CEO conveys leadership and authority when dealing with banks, investors, or clients. In multi-member LLCs, appointing someone as CEO establishes a clear chain of command and helps external parties understand who is signing authority. The key is ensuring that any title you use aligns with the actual duties and authority defined in your operating agreement. Simply calling yourself CEO without documenting the responsibilities and powers associated with that role can lead to internal confusion and potential legal complications. When an LLC initially registers, members must decide how the business will be managed. There are two primary options: member-managed or manager-managed. In a member-managed LLC, all members share oversight of daily operations and are given specific duties and responsibilities. In a manager-managed LLC, members hire either a third-party manager or designate one member to act as manager. This person oversees business operations while other members retain voting rights and authority over major decisions. Understanding these management structures is crucial because your title should reflect your actual role. A managing member actively runs the day-to-day operations. A CEO typically holds top executive authority. A president often serves in a client-facing leadership role. The title you choose should communicate your authority clearly to anyone doing business with your LLC. Several titles work well for LLC members and managers. Owner is straightforward and appropriate for LLCs with few members. Managing member clearly indicates someone with managerial authority. CEO and president are excellent choices for presenting a more formal or corporate image. Principal works particularly well for service-based firms. Managing director, creative director, or technical director can be appropriate for specialized companies, especially in technology sectors. The title you select should accomplish two important goals. First, it should allow others to understand that you have authority to sign contracts and make binding decisions for the LLC. Second, it should not be misleading about your actual role or the nature of your business structure. Some titles should be avoided entirely. Anything containing the word partner, such as managing partner, can create confusion because partnerships are legally different from LLCs. Using partnership terminology might lead others to assume you lack the liability protection that an LLC provides. Similarly, proprietor should be avoided because it suggests a sole proprietorship, which also lacks limited liability protection. Made-up or overly creative titles can undermine your credibility. While head of technology or chief innovation wizard might seem fun, they fail to communicate clear authority to suppliers, vendors, and clients. Most business professionals expect traditional titles and may hesitate to enter significant contracts with someone whose role they cannot understand. Humorous titles like head honcho in charge or supreme leader might appeal to some younger audiences, but they generally reduce your professional credibility. When contracts involve substantial amounts of money, most clients and partners want to work with someone who presents themselves professionally. The title you choose carries both legal and practical implications. If someone signs contracts as CEO but lacks that authority according to the operating agreement, those agreements could be unenforceable or result in personal liability. Financial institutions require clarity about who has signing authority, and using recognized titles like CEO or managing member streamlines banking and financing processes. In legal disputes, courts examine the actual authority granted in your governing documents, not just the title someone uses. Your operating agreement should explicitly define any titles used, along with their associated authority and responsibilities. This documentation protects both the LLC and its members. From a branding perspective, corporate-style titles can boost credibility with clients and vendors, especially as your LLC grows. Investors often expect to see familiar executive titles, particularly if your business is seeking funding or expanding operations. Industry norms also matter. In some sectors, titles like CEO or Managing Director are standard and expected. When selecting a title, consider several factors. Does the title reflect the authority granted in your operating agreement? How will clients and investors perceive it? Is it appropriate for the size and structure of your LLC? Does it align with industry standards? Will it help clarify roles and make decision-making more efficient? An LLC can designate both a CEO and a president if desired, as long as each role is clearly defined in the operating agreement. Non-members can be appointed as CEO and manager-managed LLCs, provided the operating agreement authorizes this arrangement. Using the title CEO does not change your LLC's legal structure. It remains an LLC unless you formally convert it into a corporation. The flexibility of the LLC structure allows you to choose titles that best serve your business needs. Whether you select CEO, president, managing member, or another appropriate title, the most important step is documenting these roles clearly in your operating agreement. This documentation ensures legal clarity, prevents disputes, and helps your LLC operate smoothly as it grows and interacts with clients, vendors, and financial institutions. Choosing the right title is not merely about image. It affects how others perceive your authority, how smoothly you can conduct business transactions, and how well your internal operations function. Take time to consider your options carefully and ensure your operating agreement supports whatever titles you choose to use.